1776. It was the House of Commons in Britain, the very first democracy in the world, who stood up and said that slavery is contrary to the laws of God. And the government in 1833, so this is rolling over, the clock quite a few years now, the government, when they decided they had abolished slavery and were going to try and get rid of slavery, wipe it off the face of the earth altogether, the government spent £20 million. Now, that's a lot of money in today's standards, but back then in 1833, this was 40% of total government expenditure. 40% of total government expenditure the UK government spent on trying to stop the slave trade internationally. The Royal Navy, the West African Squadron, between 1807 and 1860, seized 1,600 slaving ships. They freed 150,000 slaves, and men died doing this. In fact, almost 2,000 Royal Naval officers died in this mission. And at one point, the West African Squadron was 13% of the entire Navy manpower. And here's another little factoid that most people don't know. A lot of the men on board these slaving vessels were themselves of African descent. They were helping out because they could operate as translators. And did you know that the United Kingdom government spent as much suppressing the slave trade internationally as they profited from it throughout its history?
That's